Not long after, Zebiontis met Dariel to ask him about snacks made by Marika. Then Dariel panicked and immediately told Zebiontis about Alanziel. He had once fought Grand Barza and received a heavy wound to his chest. Zebiontis was surprised that Alanziel was still alive after receiving the overwhelming attack from Grand Barza. Then the children in the Lux village came to Alanziel. They knew that Alanziel was a former hero. Not only that, but the Lux villagers also wanted to meet Alanziel. After that, Alanziel wanted to talk to Dariel for a while. He also shook Zebiontis' hand and greeted her in a friendly manner. And Zebiontis wasn't worried about Dariel's words. She only saw Alanziel as an ordinary kind old man. Dariel wanted Zebiontis not to randomly appear or use wind magic now. Even Zebiontis couldn't return to the Demon King's castle because Alanziel was there. He is very sensitive to the existence of demonic magic. Dariel also advised Zebiontis to leave the village on foot, then return to the Demon King's castle later. Zebiontis told Dariel not to worry about it. After all, Zebiontis still wanted to stay here to eat Marika's cooking. Then Dariel and Rady welcomed Alanziel. Alanziel apologized because he heard that Rady often troubled Dariel. Rady also apologized to Alanziel because the Demon King's mission was delayed. But Alanziel didn't mind that. After all, Alanziel felt guilty for sending Rady too soon on the mission. Alanziel's wounds are almost healed, and he's about to teach some things that Rady doesn't know yet. Dariel was relieved after knowing Alanziel's intentions. He didn't seem to recognize Dariel's face now. Zebiontis can also go home safely if Alanziel trains with Rady. Then Alanziel felt the aura of someone suspicious around this house. Of course, Dariel was nervous about responding to Alanziel's words, but it turned out that Alanziel meant this person. On the other hand, Grand Barza went to the Demon Lord to report on his current condition. Grand Barza was heavily injured after the battle against Alanziel in the past. Grand Barza had now recovered and wanted to ask the Demon Lord something. Grand Barza wants the Demon King to fire Bashubaza because he has done something stupid. Grand Barza also wanted to announce this to the citizens of the Demon Nation. Bashubaza had been away and investigating something for a year, and now he had locked himself in his room. Duroy always takes care of and replaces Bashubaza. Even Duroy is willing to work from morning to night to replace Dariel. Grand Barza didn't want Bashubaza to make a mess again like before. Grand Barza decided this for the sake of the Demon King's army. Then the Demon King laughed and said Grand Barza only wanted to scold Bashubaza this way. The Demon King finds out that Grand Barza has raised Dariel better than Bashubaza. But Grand Barza says that Dariel and Bashubaza are his beloved children. There was no difference in how Grand Barza taught them. Then the Demon King tells Grand Barza that Dariel is already living in Lux Village, a human village located far away from the Demon King's castle. After hearing that, Grand Barza wanted to invite Dariel back to the Demon King's army. But the Demon Lord said that there was no need for Grand Barza to force Dariel's decision later. Dariel has 4 auras and almost the same strength as the previous heroes. The Demon King already knows that Dariel is from the human race, and Dariel is comfortable living in the village. So Grand Barza won't be able to bring him to the Demon King's castle anymore. Even so, Grand Barza will still head to Lux Village because he misses Dariel. Then Dariel escorted Rady and Alanziel to the adventurer training ground in Lux Village. Many people wanted to watch the match between Rady and the former hero Alanziel. Alanziel allowed Rady to attack him with all her might. Alanziel would fight her while signing the pictures of the children in Lux Village. After the training ended, Dariel was surprised to see Alanziel relaxing against Rady. Then Alanziel was amazed to Rady. Her sword techniques and abilities had improved drastically since they last practiced. Alanziel asked, "Who taught you this ability?" Rady replied that it was Dariel, who became the second trainer after Alanziel. According to Rady, Dariel is the second strongest person after Alanziel. Because of that, Alanziel wanted to try fighting Dariel as a form of closer recognition. After all, Alanziel understood that the strongest people usually hide their strength in front of many people. Initially, Dariel refused Alanziel's challenge. The residents also weren't sure that Dariel could win against Alanziel. But Geshida still wants Dariel to fight Alanziel. Dariel is the former strongest adventurer in Lux Village. Because of that, Dariel was forced to fight Alanziel, but when Dariel saw the aura of the hero Alanziel, Alanziel's aura was too sinister, and Dariel trembled to face him. Then he invited them to lunch to replenish their stamina again. When Alanziel ate lunch made by Marika, he was happy to taste delicious food like this again. He missed someone who could cook food for him. After hearing that, Dariel could understand Alanziel's feelings because Dariel also had a family. On the other hand, Zebiantist was watching Dariel and Alanziel from a distance. She just wanted to see Alanziel's activities and behavior. Zebiantist concluded that Alanziel was a good human, and not as scary as Dariel said. Then Zebiantist wanted to walk out of Lux Village so she could use wind magic to return to the Demon King's castle. But suddenly, a close line of the Marika family flew up, and Zebiantist immediately caught it with magic power. Of course, Alanziel realized this and attacked Zebiantist from a great distance with his staff. Then Alanziel said that he would duel with Dariel in a moment. Zebiantist must be killed at the hands of Alanziel first. Then Dariel was forced to fight him because he didn't want a battle in Lux Village. He was also dying to protect Zebiantist. Zebiantist's power wouldn't be able to withstand Alanziel's attack. Alanziel couldn't believe anyone other than himself was gifted with 4 types of aura. Alanziel wanted Dariel to become a hero and kill the demons together. Alanziel had wanted to meet someone like Dariel for a long time. Dariel refuses Alanziel's offer. After hearing that, Alanziel will use his ultimate move to kill Zebiantist, who is taking cover behind him. Unfortunately, Alanziel's strength was greater than Dariel's, and Dariel was seriously injured after receiving Alanziel's ultimate attack. Then Rady tried to stop Alanziel and Dariel, but she was terrified after seeing the anger from Alanziel. Alanziel was surprised. Why would someone gifted with the power of 4 auras like Dariel want to protect the demon? Why did you risk your life to protect the demon, Dariel? Humans have long held grudges against demons because they always wreak havoc. Nothing could stop the battle between the 2 races. Alanziel suspects that Dariel is a naive person who wants world peace. Dariel explained that he didn't want any race to get hurt by the war. He wanted all the races to be happy in their own way without a battle. This is not for the sake of world peace, but only for Dariel's selfishness. Seeing other people hurt is what makes Dariel feel hurt too. Dariel already knows Alanziel's dark past from Rady. Even Dariel has a family he loves, and he understands that losing a family is painful. But if Dariel lost a girl like Zebiantist, he would also feel immense heartache, because Dariel was a human child who was raised by a demon 33 years ago. Zebiantist was really shaking and crying because Dariel had said something like that. Even Zebiantist just realized Dariel's love for the demon nation. Alanziel was shocked after hearing Dariel's words. Then suddenly, Alanziel hugged him. Alanziel was finally able to meet his beloved son after so many years. Of course, Dariel was surprised after hearing that. Alanziel explains that his wife was murdered years ago, but Alanziel doesn't know where his son is. So Alanziel deduced that his son had also been killed. Previously, Dariel had said he was a human raised by a demon. Then Dariel also has 4 types of aura, and this special ability comes from his parents' inheritance. Those are all proofs that Dariel is the son of Alanziel, who disappeared 33 years ago. Then Alanziel noticed the presence of another demon there. When Alanziel attacked the demon, it turned out to be Grand Barza, who had been watching their battle from a distance.
たくましくなったな、ダリエル。
The story returns 30 years ago when Grand Barza and Bezitin were fighting the hero Alanziel. Alanziel succeeded in killing Bezitin, one of the heavenly kings. Then Grand Barza approached Bezitin, who still had consciousness, and Alanziel was already gone from there. Bezitin said that Grand Barza should take the ace card for the Demon King's army in the future. The ace card is Alanziel's son, who Bezitin hid in a tree with magic. Bezitin entrusted Alanziel's son to Grand Barza for the future of the demon nation.